Welcome back. Christopher Radko is the celebrated artist whose glass-blown ornaments have adorned homes all over the world for decades, and we are so lucky to now have them on our set too. After a 15-year hiatus, he is now in his second year with a new life, Heartfully Yours. Christopher is here to tell us more about his beautiful work. Welcome to Liftoff, Christopher.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. Well, indeed, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas these days. After 15 years, as you said, I had a really long non-compete, and now I'm back in town with a new company called Heartfully Yours. And I'm the artist, of course, Christopher Radko, who designs all these Heartfully Yours ornaments. What's really fascinating about these ornaments is they're made in Europe, every single one of them, by the same families that made them over 150 years ago. And each ornament still takes a whole week to make with all the intricate painted details that go into them. These are truly heirloom ornaments.
They really are. But Christopher, I have to ask, how did you get started in making ornaments? How is that a career that somebody chooses?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's certainly not something I ever thought I would do as a child. My parents were doctors, but it started with our 12-foot family tree. And when I was in my early 20s, I bought a new tree stand, guaranteed to hold this huge tree, but unfortunately it didn't. The whole tree crashed, and all these beautiful old heirloom ornaments from the early 1900s shattered. My grandmother came into the living room, informed me that I had ruined Christmas forever. So it was a little bit of guilt that went a long way, because that guilt got me looking for the glass ornaments and the glass blowers. I went to Europe. I had some samples made. And when I came home to the States, all my friends wanted to buy them from me. So that's how the business was born.
Wow, that's amazing. But I totally can relate to your story because every year, one of those very special ornaments somehow breaks when you're putting them on the tree, and you just are heartbroken for destroying part of your family's history. So I get it. It totally makes sense. But where do you get all the ideas for the different ornaments? Is it from your childhood?
That's a great question. Indeed, a lot of the designs come from inspiration from my childhood as well. In some cases, some of the glass blowers I work with have antique molds from the 1880s and 1890s. So I reinterpret the designs working around the antique molds and designs that they've had in their families for over 100 years. So again, it's just such a joy. I spend about 6 weeks each year in Europe, traveling from workshop to workshop to do all the product development. I'm already working on next year right now, but I'm just so excited about this year. I mean, people can see my ornaments on my website, heartfullyyours.com, and I know that there's a little bit of my heart in every single ornament that goes to all people's homes this Christmas. That makes me feel good.
Christopher, thank you so much for being on the show. I know a lot of celebrities collect your ornaments, and I know you have a lot of stories. Just as we close this interview, tell us what your celebrity encounters have been like.
Oh gosh, they've been a blast. Hugh Jackman, Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, you name it. I mean, elegant, wonderful stars from previous decades like Julie Andrews, Sophia Loren, even Katharine Hepburn when she was still living, Princess Diana, for instance. Just like us regular folk, celebrities love beautiful Christmas ornaments and celebrating in a traditional way. And that's what I'm able to supply, because these ornaments are made by hand. They're made in Europe, and I'm the designer, Christopher Radko. So that makes Christmas happen.
Well, Christopher, keep designing the happiness that we all get to celebrate every year. Thanks so much for being on Liftoff.
Oh, and thanks for featuring my brand new company, Heartfully Yours. Thank you.
Well, on that sparkling note, let's close it out today. Thanks for joining me on Liftoff. I hope you had something that you can take away to help improve your life, your business, and your outlook. Be sure to follow us on social and tell us all about what you want to see more of. See you next time.